Welcome back. Life of non-captive mine leases should be extended till 2030. Federation of Mineral Industries has requested the Mine Ministry to extend period of non-captive mines up to 31st March 2030. According to the mining ordinance, period of captive mine leases is 2030 and non-captive is 2020. Most of the Goan leases are considered as non-captive mines. FIMI also suggested right of first refusal at the time of auction be applicable to captive and non-captive mine leases.
In order to bring uniformity in the extended period of captive and non-captive mining leases, Federation of Minerals Industry has written a letter to the Mine Secretary Anup Pujari. FIMI stated that the period of mining leases, both captive and non-captive, may kindly be extended up to a period ending on 31st March 2030 with effect from the date of expiry of the period of renewal last made or till the completion of renewal period, if any, or a period of 50 years from the date of grant of such lease, whichever is later. Similarly, FIMI has also suggested that right of first refusal at the time of auction after the expiry of extended lease period may also be made available to both captive as well as non-captive mines uniformly. Reporter Mahesh Ghadi for Prudent.
Opposition party has demanded public apology from CM Parsikar for his derogatory comment on physically challenged children. Congress spokesperson Sunil Kautankar said BJP ministers are suffering from verbal diarrhea. When questioned on Babush's support to BJP in Panji by poll, he brushed aside the question, claiming the Congress High Command will decide about taking action on Montserrat.
Strongly condemn करता Chief Minister's statement. And we strongly demand that Chief Minister should publicly apologize for the statements that he has made. And his party should send him for some crash course, not because you are suffering from something. First thing, some of the BJP leaders are suffering with verbal diarrhea. They are talking. Any sort of nonsense they are talking.
Babush Montserrat has declared his support to the BJP candidate in Panji by poll. When media questioned, Sunil said the decision about action on Babush will be taken by the Congress High Command.
Because everything has been brought to the notice of the High Command. High Command is completely aware. I will not comment anything.
Sunil recalled the time when BJP Mahila Morcha had strongly come out protesting against casino in Mandavi River. He alleged that CM Parsikar is acting like a PRO of casinos.
आज काँग्रेस पार्टीन जो स्टँड घेतला की मांडवींच्यान कजिनो हालोवपाक जाय पण तो जे स्टेटमेंट करता की काँग्रेसीचो स्टँड कजिनोच्या अगेन्स्ट काँग्रेसीक बॅकफायर जातलो. व्हॉट इज दिस? आर यू बीइंग पेड फॉर सेइंग ऑल दीस थिंग्स? जाल्यार आमी तांकां याद करून दिवपाक सोदता की भारतीय जनता पार्टीची महिला मोर्चा, तांचे कितलेशेच महिला मोर्चाच्यो लिडर्स आणि आजचो देशाचो रक्षा मंत्री तेन्नाचो लिडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन हांगा तांच्यांनी कजिनोच्या ऑफिसा फुडल्यान रस्तो ब्लॉक केल्लो. तुमकां सगळ्यांक याद आसतली. स्टेट बँके फुडल्यान रस्त्यार मदीं उजो पेटयल्लो आनी धळा करून ती दुख्खां रडटाली महिला मोर्चाची. तांची रडटाली की आमचे गोंयची जनरेशन पिड्ड्यार जाता, गोंयचे आमचे यूथ पिड्ड्यार जाता. आतां खंय गेले तुमचे यूथ आनी तुमचे दुखां? आता कित्याक तुम्ही योगी आसा आणि तुमचा मुख्यमंत्री आता कसो म्हणटा की कजिनो काडपा मेळचे ना म्हणून?
Senior reporter Lokik Shilkar with senior video journalist Tulsidas Chari for Prudent.
Goa is facing drop in foreign tourist arrival. Devaluation of ruble has affected flow of Russian tourists in Goa. Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry has opined that Goa government should focus on tourists from China to sustain tourism industry. General Secretary of FICCI, Dr. A. Didar Singh, who was in Goa on a short visit, says that every year many Chinese tourists visit European countries as their favorite destination and Goa should tap the market.
FICCI in the tourism area does very big B2B, that means business to business tourism meets. We do it in Jaipur, we do it in Lucknow, we're doing one in Orissa now. So I have proposed that we should do one in Goa. Lack of tourism, you said people have not come from Russia or whatever. Why should Goa tourism be dependent only on Russian tourists? We must look for new markets. For example, China is a very big developing market. Chinese tourists are developing in a big way. Japanese tourists. So you have to look at alternative and different ways to look at and different segments of the tourism sector also. Besides general tourism, you must look at high-end tourism. You must look at domestic tourism. So all this FICCI does. We have specific events which focus on different sectors of the tourism, including golf tourism we do. So we will work with the government of Goa and with Goa Chamber of Commerce to identify and do some knowledge work and knowledge papers in this area.
Dr. Singh was in Goa. He had a meeting with Goa Chambers of Commerce and Industry. They discussed various reasons behind mining and tourism crisis in Goa. Vice President of GCCI Sandeep Bhandari said that Goa has the potential to tap tourism market of China.
If you go to most of the European countries or US countries, you would see a huge number of Chinese tourists. In fact, if you would see the kind of tourism which is taking place, 60 to 70% of the Chinese tourists are there. Somehow in India, we haven't seen such a kind of Chinese tourists coming up, maybe because they are very close to us and maybe they find that most of the things which are there in China are there also in India. But this is a market, I think, which is definitely worth exploring. And towards that, if you are going to build up a market, it's not just organizing events. You got to have people also who can speak, the guides who can speak Chinese language, the kind of hotels and restaurants who are also providing Chinese level of a food, the kind of things which they, do.
2014 has recorded nearly 35% drop in foreign tourists in Goa. Reporter Mahesh Ghadi with video journalist Tulsidas Chari for Prudent.
Let's take a short break. Stay tuned.